How you guys doing? And thanks for watching. This is George over here at Wicked Warnings with our 2022 Ford Super Duty. Here at your #1 source for construction emergency safety lighting and strobe equipment for cars, vans, trucks, buses, SUVs, bicycle, tricycles, everything in between. We're looking at a 2022 Ford Super Duty. This particular one happens to be a platinum trim line. We've got a couple of different things going on, and we're going to bundle this package up for you with all the parts that you need so you can easily accomplish this install on your own. Now, this is not a drop-it-in kit that's all pre-made. This is a package of all of the parts in a bundle for you so you can do the same install in your shop or at your own garage. What you're looking at in the front of the grill there is 4 of our Lin 6 LEDs. That's a split color LED in amber and white. They're all 4 synchronized together, and I actually 180'd the bottom one so they have an X pattern on each side. They're set to alternate color, all 4 in sync, and it's set on 75 FPM alternation, which is a real nice all-around effective flash pattern. On the DRL circuit, on the OEM headlights next to it, you can see our auto flasher kit. That's the no-cut kit. We're using our wire swap method to flash those DRL lights, and as with all of our auto flasher kits, any of the factory lighting works perfectly normal when you're not in emergency mode. There are no ill effects for any of this lighting, and our system completely isolates the factory computers and the factory circuitry to protect it. It does not just simply seam into what's already there. It completely isolates the wire. Above that, you can also see our auto flasher kit running the white mirror lights and another auto flasher kit on the roof lights. At this point in time, the roof lights is a single wire cut to mimic exactly what we have going here. And the white mirror lights has a couple of different options. You can get a plug and play adapter. You can get a plug and play white mirror light kit if you like, or you can get the wire in kit like we're featuring here to wire into your auxiliary switches. This build bundle will feature the wire in kit because that's what we used for this particular job. Around the side of the truck here, you can kind of see we did our Thin X LED in the side badge. That's alternating amber and white, but you can also see how well that white mirror light catches a little bit of the side lighting here. You can pretty much see that white factory mirror spotlight all the way up to about 180 degrees plus from the front of the truck. So it's a very effective all-around front warning. Here's a little better back shot of the truck there. You can really see the badges doing their thing right now. It's an alternate flash, amber white, both colors. And above that, we have our cargo light auto flasher kit. Currently, that is a single wire cut as well to mimic exactly what we're doing here. It was a wire in auto flasher kit. That way it works on the auxiliary switches, which is what we used. We used auxiliary switch #1 for everything. Underneath that side tail light there, that bold amber flash you're looking at is our TIR3. Now that's just set up on a quick, I think it's a quint flash. I think it's 5 flashes at a high rate of speed. Just a nice amber warning at the end of this vehicle so people can see just how long the vehicle really is. Alrighty, around the back here, we've got our Thin X strip. That's our 15.5-inch version. And it's an amber and white light. You could set it up for amber or white. You could set it up for both colors like we did here. It does a flood white override. Pretty much the same functions as our Thin X light, the smaller version in the badge. And you can set a slow pattern or a fast pattern like we have here. Above that, on the factory LED reverse circuit, we have our auto flasher module. Now that is the newest module there on the factory reverse. That's a no-cut wire swap install. So there's absolutely no cutting to flash the factory reverse lights on these trucks. And the same would go true if you wanted to flash that factory red tail light strip. If you had the clearance and permission to be flashing red in the rear, you could alternate flash the red tail light strip if you wished as well, or the white reverse as we've shown. And again, that's our auto flasher kit right above it on the factory cargo light. And with that one wire cut, you are able to tie in this light right here, the tailgate handle camera light. You can tie that into the same auto flasher as the cargo. As you can see, they're running the same pattern. So that way you get your tailgate, a little bit of flash, and the cargo with the third method of install. We give you all the different methods that you can do with that cargo light. If you really preferred to alternate flash it, if you wanted to have alternation up high and possibly synchronize it with your reverse down low in an X pattern, you could do that too, as long as your cargo light has a camera. If you do not have a camera in the cargo, the only flash pattern you'll get is synchronized, as in both sides of the cargo will flash at the same time. And we go into a lot more depth on that in the video explaining why that works. Try to pull away a little bit and show you how those lights underneath the tailgate really do pop, especially when you squat down a little bit and put your eye right around 4 foot, 5 foot level, where the average car or truck might be, the SUV. And if you squat down even lower, where the average sedan would sit, you get really a good visual warning right there at eye level. Kind of like down here. Alrighty, in here we kept it real simple, just strobe lights on auxiliary 1, customer request, so fairly easy, fairly simple system to replicate. If you pick up this bundle, we're going to be providing you 75 feet of 22-5 wire and some heat shrink tubing. That'll be able to extend any of those light heads in the grill or around the back to the main harnesses that will be running in the auto flasher unit. So that'll be everything that you need. Make sure you check the video description and below for all the information on this particular bundle of parts. Thanks again for watching Wicked Warnings, your #1 source for construction and emergency safety strobe lighting equipment for cars, vans, buses, trucks, and real nice Ford Super Duties just like this. Stay tuned for some more in-depth detail about how we did some of the things we did in this video. We always try to feature that at the end. Thanks again for watching, guys. Catch you on the next one.